No,
As
no,
I
no.
know.
They've been to court, but they never been to
Court,
jail.
yeah.
How much
They have not been convicted.
billion you believe has been stolen from independence to now by politician and their family member? None.
Well,
None of them had been to jail.
As far as I
None. Not one single one.
I think
Stolen is a strong
So-
word.
that's a strong word to use in all honesty.
Definitely. That's strong word to use. But anyhow, strong
understand, I know they defend the politician now. I don't defend a politician.
All
I will
I'm
never sit and
saying,
defend a
with
politician.
all the
But
corruption we are here, anytime
the system
election
is
they
a
come up
public
for
officer
corruption, we are
has to
fight
be part of
corruption.
it.
When we get in, we don't do nothing. They want them big thief in cook, but when we get in, that one stop. And
All right.
none of them has been to jail. All of them come in and hustle and thief.
Yeah. All
And
right.
none of them has been to jail in this country.
all right, thank
Yeah, you
you.
call
But
out.
yet the lady, like I said, the lady gone to jail for a plate of food.
Yeah, they may
Lord,
drop the charges
But you
eventually.
see,
Thank
the
goodness.
public service operates in this way, accounting officers. And that's why the financial secretary spoke about that. Because the way the system operates is the accounting officer and the public officer having the money, I guess, on the minister's instructions.
Yeah. And
Right?
I'm glad
But-
Chief
but-
brought up that point.
But it's not the minister who signed the check, you know. Minister who signed no
the
check.
head of your corporation. The buck stop at you. The same way in government, the buck stop at the minister. And
Yeah,
the
but you don't mean
prime
that the chief commit the
Thank you.
wrongdoing
No,
either.
To be a member of my staff.
man.
The buck will stop at the minister for being responsible for his
responsible.
ministry.
I don't mean that he commit the crime.
Definitely. And he have
But
to
it
give
doesn't mean
account.
that he commit the wrongdoing.
No, man, we know they say that, but they have to give account. You can't say you don't know.
Well, that is why.
Have to hear
That's
them.
why.
Somebody said, you know, this is how
Hey,
it's how it
Don't know
works.
where they happen.
That
You
is
have
why
to know where
he
they
and the
happen, know where
minister.
they happen.
But that is why, Carla, he's the one that is on the hot seat.
That's why he never had
hot
seat. Because he's supposed to be know.
He not the
And
one
for
who
he
is
watch.
and if he
All
relative.
right, now for your relatives. So he had the hot seat. But I know he actually signed the check for pay the money.
Yeah,
I know
so
he actually
We understand
okay the
that.
system or thing
But
like that.
remember this
Because
one already.
a whole
And we know they
different
said that he
Remember
never.
this,
That's why it has
he
to
not
be
signed the check,
investigated.
But we have to
But
go a
also
break.
he could get it, go ahead.
But that's why it has to be investigated. How it happened, why it
Well,
happened.
that,
I think
that,
that
remember,
investigation
you
come
try
in.
to sit back and relax and watch what happen.
Well,
Okay,
remember.
I don't defend nobody, but I'm not political neither.
the whole story has not yet-
It's not politics. This got to do with the contract for we finance.
thank
Not
you.
the taxpayers' money.
The whole story
That's
has
what
not
I
been,
said.
been
But
told
you
yet.
got to be
All
fair
right, all
too.
right. Don't take care. We are waiting for the results.
We gotta go to break.
Results, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call.
Try, you know, I
break.
always say, when you solve one thing, you do it like this, right? Is it the truth? So you look for the truth, right? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build good in the medicine? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Right?
Rotary four-way
Rotary
test.
four-way test, right? Find the truth. Sometimes the truth hard and sometimes you don't work in your favor, but you got to find the truth, right?
Yeah.
You know, get to the truth of the matter.
The
right?
truth
Because
shall set you free.
Bear-
they say.
I'm bearing in mind that your truth and my version might be different, but the fact is that there's a truth somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and in fairness, you know, and what have you can't condemn a man without hearing his side
What
of
I'm
the
saying,
story.
I will
You
say
want to do that to
offhand,
you.
the optics bad.
You know,
And
but
let's start there.
but
The
I
optics
agree
bad.
with you. The optics
That's
bad.
why they're doing the audit.
The optics bad.
Optics lead to
Right?
the audit.
To the audit.
And to
Now, when
see
we say
whether
what
or not the
auditor said,
optics is the reality.
and if the audit said the optics is real, then you take action.
then of course,
you know you have to
then
do.
we-
You don't know you got to do.
we know that it
Once the
gets-
audit
it gets
come
more
up and
sticky
say,
going forward.
But make we do the correct thing.
33
That's all
minutes
I-
after 8, Chief.
Let's start with the 7 o'clock number side.
33 minutes
Right.
after 8.
33 past 8, we take the break and come back. 38 minutes past 8 o'clock, las 8 de la mañana con 38 minutos en nuestros estudios, 8 con 38 en nuestros estudios. Buenos días, gracias por escoger el amor. Thanks for choosing love on a beautiful
Hump day, hump
Hump
day,
day,
hump day.
Mr.
Yes,
Troy
sir.
Gad.
Yes, sir. If you tiptoe, Ernest, I like to say you can see the weekend from Wednesday.
Have you
I
seen
just
the
hump
weekend?
day. No. But after this, when I get up, I will see if I can tiptoe high enough to be able to
you
see
sure
the
you could
weekend.
solo
But
high
I know
enough,
it's
yeah?
coming. It will come whether or not you want it to come. The weekend will come. They said nothing stands still, and one of the things that really doesn't stand still is time. Time does not stand still. So, but coming off of the Mira situation is the appointment of Honorable Julius Espat.
As
but
a new minister.
let's take the
Yeah.
call.
Love, can I help?
Morning, Renee.
Morning.
Morning, sorry.
Morning, Amano.
But,
No, I want to give you
Brain buster.
one story and I find out which one I did wrong or whom is right. Two guys they charged the employment and they passed on years where they say vacancy of employment. But the two of them used to hang close together. One sensible and one fool. So the sensible one gone in first. When you get into the glass back, suppose I check out on your eye, what should happen? He said, well, boss, I won't be able to see so good. He said, suppose I take out both eyes. He said, well, boss, I won't be able to see none of that. Next. So, when he going to say, he said, look, friend, remember the only three answers. You can't see so good, and you can't see none of that. So the second one gone in. Morning, boss. Where you from? New York. Suppose I take off on your ears. What's the problem? He said, well, I wouldn't be able to see so good, boss. He said, suppose I take off water. He said, well, boss, I won't be able to see not at all. But why?
Because he ain't got to listen to the friend.
No, the one with the car one yes. Yeah, chance is so good.
Yes, I
And
know.
if I take out water, I won't be able to see none at all.
Right.
He said, well, why there? He says, you take out one of the ears, the heart one, top of one of the eyes. And if you take out the 2 ears, you end up with the twice, so I'm touching none at all.
I want to drop out 3 years, no? I hear you, caller. Why? You must be a funny guy to be around all day, you know, you come up with all of these things.
Yeah, well, that's true, that's true.
Yes. You good for the campfire.
Thank you, people enjoy the presence of the company.
Yes, thanks, man. Appreciate the humor. Appreciate. Thanks. Have a good day.
Yes, man, same to you.
Okay.
Thanks. No, I call you Brain Buster.
Yeah, Brain Buster, man.
Huh?
The Riddler.
The Riddler. All right. The Riddler. All right. So now you got the real name now, Chief. The Riddler.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, the Riddler.
Good.
Good. You know, there's a Riddler in the comics book.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good caller. Yeah, indeed. I was just saying that of course, when you move a substantive minister, you kind of now have to kind of fill the void because I know Home Affairs is such a crucial.
It's crucial.
Yeah, crucial ministry and a tough ministry.
Not easy to run. You know, when I was the head of department, I was part of the Ministry of Home Affairs and Broadcasting.
Yes.
Love, can I help?
Yes, morning.
Morning.
Okay, when I noticed we try to get the understanding about this thing with Mr. Mira. No, the government do budget every year, every time. And you can't tell me the Prime Minister, he that the one for finance, and he don't know where the money to go. Something wrong. He need to move, and he have to be the first one who's supposed to make up a suspension. Then the rest go behind. This whole code have to go. I don't know when, but they have to go because they're ruining for the country. Natural resources, we know that belongs to somebody else. So I don't know where left we know. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's where that's where I throw misunderstandings of the system, right?
Yeah.
It's divided into ministry. There's a budget passed. The budget is read in the House. So it's like you are in charge of this ministry, and I am the Prime Minister. And I say, Troy, what do I need for your ministry? And you tell me I need $10 million for my ministry for the year. And I say, well, I only can afford to give you 9 or something.
And you
like
broke
that.
it down.
And I break it down, yeah.
So much
How
for
you
this, so
spend that
much for
10 million,
vegetables, so much
feed
the media, so much to feed the Coast
you tell me
Guard.
that. So when I give you the $10 million now, I say, try to $10 million, yeah, that you supposed to spend that on account for that, right? And so when improprieties like this come up, then I want to know, I say, why we going on? Why you not spend the 10 million how you're supposed to spend it? And that when you demand
Well,
the audit, is what is happening.
Right now,
Right? So I don't defend nobody, but I just don't want to get misunderstood.
I don't want to apologize.
I want
We
to
discuss things on an open forum. This is not a defense
of the system.
of
Is the system. That's how it works.
This is for us to,
So you
to
can't
understand
blame
how we're
me
governed.
because I give you $10 million and you misspend it. No, I have to come back to you and say, boy, how you misspend my $10 million?
And the only way...
If I can tell you what, I will take you out of the way and I'll put this one there for right now till I could find out how you spend that $10 million.
But that's what the audit is supposed to do, is to find out whether or not
I
the
don't know
process...
how you spend
because
it.
there's a process to go about
It's a process.
spending government funds. And so, in addition to the budget being passed, which create the level of allocation of
That is
funds...
where the argument would come. At the political level, who would get what?
But
different
that
story.
don't happen.
Go ahead.
The
That don't
budget
happen.
is passed.
That don't happen. It don't pass.
So it's not like the Ministry of Defense is spending more money than they were budgeted for. But what they are spending is within the context of their budget. Now the question is, when you go about spending it, there's a level of how you do procurement.
That's right.
So in the procurement process, was the proper protocol
procedure followed? Yes or no?
In the payment process, was it followed?
That's
Did we get value for money in accordance with the budget?
Exactly. That's the question. Love, can I help you?
Good morning.
You just want to be right, you know.
So when will they do an audit on BTB? I think that's the entity that they should do an audit on. Then
That's done annually.
As far as I know, any statutory body has to do an audit, and that audit is filed. I think we as people sometimes we don't follow up as Belizeans, we don't follow up anything there. But I'm sure if you go search and find BTB audit.
And see what he owns, and then he will know if they're doing a right audit.
We're talking about two different things. The Integrity Commission deals with the issue.
Individual.
And we don't. For our problem is that from ever since we put these systems in place, we don't work them, and then every so often we ask what they're doing, and we say they're not to do it, but we need to understand what their role is, because some of them have very myopic role, and they're not there to be police. So they're there to accept certain documentation, look at it, see whether or not they meet certain criteria, stick off those boxes, and that matter is done. And so here we are now with a situation where the government is saying we're doing an audit. The BTB, most of the municipal governments, they are autonomous bodies, and so they are required to do their own audits. External auditor will come in and give a qualified or unqualified statement. We saw just recently in Belmopan, where the auditor report was done, they had to go back and do an investigation because they couldn't complete the audit because there was so much thing pending for many, many years before that impacted this current audit. So there was a report that was done about a year ago that highlighted a whole number of improprieties that
the auditor will highlight those improprieties.
Impact the audit that will end up you giving a qualified audit at some point in time if it is that you can't get those matters resolved.
And those are public documents, right? These audits, you can go and request them if you want to go see
Should be on their website.
It's supposed to be there. Love, can I help? You know the devil is
Hello,
something
good
wrong.
morning.
Good morning.
Look, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Good morning, Troy. How are you guys doing today?
Why are you doing all right?
Okay.
Anytime I'm on the air, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I feel good for help in whatever way we can. No?
Okay, just
Tell me.
just a bit concerned about this Mira thing when it happened, boss. You understand? We understand that the Prime Minister, they don't want to add it on this man. But, I mean, how could he come on national TV and say that he don't know nothing where to go on? And he, I know that was his ministry, so you know I know something about concerning any one of your family members. You have to have an idea where it happened, man. You understand?
You mean Minister Mira should have known, or is that what you're saying?
Mr.
Okay.
Mira, he has to have a knowledge of something was going on. How could you come and say you don't know nothing? You don't know nothing.
Okay.
You understand? You don't know anything. Something just not add up. I mean, you have to learn in a life that when you do wrong, you have to learn to accept what you're wrong. You understand?
Okay.
That we, the Belizean people, they were there to feel taxpayers' money to get used in all different kind of aspects of way. And I mean, the Belizean people have to be the last to know what happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
You know, just mind the 2 cents on it, man. You have to have a knowledge that something was going on.
Yeah.
You know? He was the junior minister in that ministry. So you have to know what happened,
There was
man.
a time he was a substantive minister too, between 2025 and when he took over Home Affairs. So there was a time too he was substantive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So something has to. I mean, he have to know something. You know, I know they say you know everything.
All
but
right,
something
fair
has
enough.
to get done.
Fair
Now,
enough.
your brothers, your sisters' name, they get ring up. I mean, and then he put himself in a hot seat like what you guys are saying.
Yes, they in the hot seat indeed. Thanks, caller.
Okay, thanks for
Yes,
calling.
man. No problem.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Chief, have a
Yes.
good day.
You have a good day too.
I think, as we're talking about the situation here, this is a learning lesson also for other ministries across the board, because and I would dare say that this is not a unique situation that maybe just started to happen, maybe not to the magnitude that we're seeing it occurring, but we also want to point out that this can't be done in isolation. You have a system in place, as the financial secretary alluded to, that you have first, second approval and all of these things that's supposed. So you're saying to me that nobody didn't see that this looked, the optics of it at minimum
somebody
didn't
had
look
to
good?
have seen it, Troy. Because actually, the system, as you know.
Forget the minister, because he doesn't dare to deal with a lot of hands-on situation.
Okay. But if you don't pay 100 so much payments, right, under the threshold, which is I think $10,000, anything from above $10,000 will require BAP
Yeah, more
signatures.
scrutiny.
Above scrutiny to be scrutinized. So forget it. What you do, you pay several bills below that. So you abide up to the same thing, but
Maybe
but you
not have the same level of scrutiny
have the
applied.
level of scrutiny applied to it, right?
Yes.
Which not nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
My understanding.
Well, I
that's
think
not nice.
the financial secretary has been clear. It's not a good look, and we have to be call it for what it is, you know.
It don't look good.
And so, when you look at the minister, I would have to think that he know his brother or relative gotten the contract. Maybe he didn't know that they were being paid like this.
Remember ex-minister Castro.
Huh?
Pardon me?
Remember ex-minister Castro.
¿Qué pasó?
What happened to him?
You remember Mr. Barrow removing because he may siphon $70,000 from the airport fund? Which was announced
I
by
remember
government.
something vaguely with
news
it.
break?
Something with I remember something vague with
Okay, then when Mr. Barrow did the audit,
Airport Authority.
he times that number times 3. And that's because they was allowed to cipher a little bit, and, you know, one egg full of basket before you know it, you got a whole 2 dozen eggs.
2 wrongs don't make a right, the
That
caller.
system needs to change. That's what needs to change so the people in power don't have the freedom to keep on going to the faucet and take a little sip and a little sip and a little sip.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The sip becomes a whole drum of water.
Yeah. Thanks, caller. Appreciate it. You see, that system was set up because sometimes you have to do some small little buys, right? Small purchases that doesn't amount to, say, the 10,000. So you have a budget of, say, $50 million in terms of procurement, but I want to go buy $2 a pen. But But that becomes so.
have
Angelos
a
send me.
financial
Let's say
secretary
Angelos. Yeah. So you don't want that. Have about 55
So that's why
people.
you want to stretch
So
ceiling.
yeah. But this is what as the FS is pointing out seemed to be an abuse of that particular system.
So
you know, it was there.
It
was there just to deal with those small items, one-off or now and again. You know, we need something urgent. Run and go and get it. We need some other things to be procured. Maybe a couple of sheet rocks for a wall that caved in, or some quick maintenance issue. Different things as part of your budget. And so the FO and the different clerks, they prepare these purchase orders, and then subsequently the invoice come in, they send it up for payment, they confirm that the items was received and we got value for money, and then it goes up to the FO, and then subsequently it's paid.
It's paid. That's for big payments.
Yeah. But
small payments.
But so that's how it's basically done. There are at least two persons that has to say this.
It's okay.
This under 10,000.
Yeah.
At least two. A clerk and possibly the financial officer.
Yeah.
Would be able to see that, and so one of them could say, man, this no.
How will they pass so much of this thing?
Yeah. Why would you do this?
Yeah.
You know. I can't sit here in a good conscience and say that the optics not bad. Of course, my God, when you receive 600 of that to the same set of people, you have to minimum raise your eyebrow.
Morning, Mr. Reddy.
Morning, our last call.
Good morning, gentlemen. I just want to touch on at least like base this morning. No, concern like everybody just forget about the fuel, and idea when the fuel will go up.
Fuel, the man about fuel, boy. I don't really worry about that.
No, we go down, we don't hear nothing at all. See if the fuel go down back.
Yes.
And we hope you go down back quick too.
You have to go back. You better go back down.
The barrel, I mean, the straight most open and the barrel got down. The price is already dropped back to $3 and change in the US.
Yes.
I mean, we happen to believe that we don't hear nothing at all. Look like you are still at $15.
How long have you try? I'll take.
I'm estimating about 3 weeks, Carla, because remember
3 weeks.
Because of all small limited storage and so there is a lag time for the price to reach us. So I believe that in about 3 weeks or so we will start to see some significant changes, meaning $1 or $1.50, $2 and so. Because right now it fell from maybe a month ago, high 90s dollars per barrel. Right now it's at $71 per barrel right now, this morning when I checked, no?
Yes.
So
I keep out. I know that because
I want to see.
I'm a person who use fuel a lot, and really, it kills us.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, that price spending there right now, and it drop everywhere outside. Everybody is so fine out there. We happen to believe that, like everybody just forget about this fuel we got up so high.
They kill chief. It's a slow financial debt we are taking at this point in time with the fuel cost. So it limits how much I move. I'm very particular about my travels right now in terms of my driving and moving around because, you know, I get you put in a couple dollars and you realize, man, that not do nothing to the needle.
Still relax. Still relax.
Yeah. When they laugh, but that was serious.
No, but we have to look at it and we can't make we say this is the end of the world. You know, we have to move on. We have to find a way around it.
I believe it will get back down to the $50+ very shortly, and then we would start to see a tremendous drop in the overall cost because there's going to be a glut. I was mentioning this morning that while the strait is open, there's still some issues facing the ships. That about 600 of them are stuck in the strait because they have grown barnacles after they're stuck there for so long, not moving. They are right now immobile, so that has to be cleaned. Of course, that's not an impediment. They can solve it, but it's just more time, you know, for that to happen.
All right, sir. We are waiting to see if we go down back, man. Everything got up so fast. But when the time for things could come, and then when the delay come in.
If it make you feel any better, I wait as anxiously as you.
By the time you know, got a whole thing, what goes up must. You got a whole thing, what goes up must come down.
No, in economics they got
in economics
they got what they call sticky price. That when,
Why,
when you go up in our Condong, it's
what goes up must come down, but sometimes it stick.
It's stick up there, you know Condong at all.
But let's hope. Well, only the pressure. We have the pressure make it come down now.
Well,
right?
well, the acquisition cost is going to be the determining factor in particular, because on one hand you pressure the government for goods and services, but you need the taxes to be able to deliver the goods and services. But you want to make sure that the monies are being spent right, meaning we're getting value for money. Because right away when I say that, people will go and say, but see the Mira situation, because you can't dodge it.
Yeah.
It is too big an obstacle. The fortunate thing for the People's United Party as a government and as a political party, it is very early in the administration, and if they do the right thing and things turn out the right way, then you still keep your political capital is not as damaged as can be.
Let's see how many lessons have been learned from this, Troy. And let's hope that as a result of this, our people are more educated as to what could happen and what may be happening, and that government is held accountable, because really the government is accountable to the people, to us, to all of us, right? You know, and we voted for whichever party, right? But the government, which is made up of the House of Representatives, made up of both parties, etc., whatever, right, are accountable to the people.
Yes,
so we have to open our eyes and understand that there are these systems in place, understand the systems, study the systems, you know, and bring pressure in the right direction, right, to get the changes that are really needed to, because hysteria don't change nothing, you know. No. So you have to bring the pressure in the right direction to effect the changes that are needed.
You know, out of every bad, there are going to be good.
There has to be good.
And
the good is the education that we get from the whole process.
If I know how I would be thinking, I'm a minister, I depend my CEO.
Well, you better watch it.
You better get down there.
You do like that. You make we check for your place.
Check all of the F4 and make sure.
Before they can catch we.
Check my smart stream to make sure that there were no shenanigans that have this bad optics going on in my ministry. So I would be extremely concerned about that, especially in terms of small procurement situation. No? But Chief, we got to go. It's a minute after 9. I want to say who we had this morning.
So I make us a good morning to Paul Mahong. It was so good to be on.
You never tell him yesterday morning?
No, I never tell him. You know,
okay.
You're from Glad to meet you. Dr. Albert Williams. I meet your friend, Dr. Albert Williams.
Okay. Make a close out and you could heal all of them.
And then what have you, and so on. And then I'm still a bear sweet and things like that.
Okay. I look for Darius.
So I just want to say hi to the folks in
Morning,
in
Darius.
Just go on, come back.
Darius
Avila.
Oh,
yeah.
Garai
family, man. The man had a fish head nicely cooked for me.
Well, I know. You get me in a trouble last time with that fish head. 2 minutes after 9. Who we got, my love, this morning? We had Rich. Karen. We had
Rich is here too.
Rich is assisting as the producer. Karen Coote for doing a good job on Love FM this morning, as well as our master control operator, along with his assistant, Mr. Garbett. I can't remember his, I think it's K1 or something.
K1 Garbett, the videographer,
yes.
Manual land to do everything else.
Beautiful.
That's a good thing.
Yes, as well as Andrew Jones for streaming, and certainly all those behind the scene who made this show possible. In addition, I want to thank you, our callers, this morning, because you were really our guests, and you made this show extremely entertaining, and certainly we welcome your call all the time. It's a privilege that we would not want to ever not have available. And of course, you, our viewers and listeners, throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful jewel of ours, glad you could join us. And those of you streaming, also, we welcome you. And we trust that this morning's discussions were informative and entertaining. And as usual, we say, Chief, come back again tomorrow, where we will do this all over again just for you. What you got?
We'll try. There's so many directions here.
Pick one. Close your eye. Pick one.
Close my eye. Pick one.
Don't cut off your ears.
My thoughts become my reality, Mr. Troy.
No problem.
When you keep thinking, whatever you think about is what becomes your reality. Be careful. But there are 10 affirmations here for personal growth, right? And so I'll just use this one because there's so many.
Just pick one. Pick one.
This one have 10 points. 1, I am successful in all that I do. 2, I'm abundantly grateful for the life that I have. 3, I love myself inside and out. 4, I love who I am no matter what others may think. 5, I am the only one that can determine my self-worth and I'm worthy of my dreams. 6, I make mistakes, but I am not my mistakes. 7, I am choosing to live with a positive mindset. 8, I release myself of negative thoughts, especially negative thoughts about myself. 9, I am healthy and filled with positive energy. And 10, I accept myself for who I am. So the whole thing starts with you accepting yourself. And I know you do that big time, Mr. Troy Gab.
Yeah.
You do all of them 10 there, right? You know?
Yep.
Yeah, but particularly this one here, I make mistakes, but I am not my mistakes.
Yes, sir.
All of us make mistakes.
Sometime
or the other.
That is called experience.
And we learn from our mistakes.
Experience.
And we move on. We fall down, but we get up. Not because I trip down and I stay down there. I want to get up again and start to walk again. So that is the attitude we have to have, right? And all of this, if you take all what I said just now, put it together, you get love of self. You love yourself so that you can love others as you love yourself, right? And because you choose to love yourself today, we will always say to you, Belize and beyond, thanks for choosing love.
Happy Hump Day. Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, Belize, and good morning. I say good morning, Belize, and good morning. And how are you this morning?
Every morning I go to work and get